Imagine opening a 1400-year-old book and finding a verse that sounds like a summary of modern astrophysics. What if a single line in the Quran could lead you to the Big Bang, cosmic expansion, and the birth of life itself? Surah Al-Anbiya 2130 holds such a verse, powerful, succinct, and deeply layered. This is not merely scripture. It is a divine echo across the ages, now resonating louder than ever through the lenses of modern science. In this video, we embark on a journey through this extraordinary verse, uncovering its mysteries and revelations. Together, we will explore how this ancient message aligns with the most cutting-edge discoveries in cosmology, quantum physics, and biology. Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about the origins of the universe and discover how divine revelation and scientific inquiry might not be at odds, but in perfect harmony. The verse states, "Have those who disbelieved not considered that the heavens and the earth were a joined entity, and we separated them and made from water every living thing? Then will they not believe?" This verse is a profound triptych, three interconnected ideas. 1. The heavens and the earth were once a unified entity. 2. They were then separated. 3. Life was created from water. Let us now explore each part through the lens of modern science. The heavens and the earth were a joined entity. The concept of the cosmos as once being a unified mass eerily parallels what modern cosmology describes as the singularity, a point of infinite density from which the Big Bang emerged. Prior to the Big Bang, space and time as we know them did not exist. There was no earth, no heavens, only an unfathomably dense, hot, and singular entity. This aligns strikingly with the Quranic description of the heavens and the earth being a joined entity. Arabic, ARATQ. The term ARATQ implies closeness, a seamless unity without differentiation. In embryology, it denotes a fused structure, a fitting metaphor for the primordial state of the universe. Scientific echo, the Big Bang theory. The Big Bang theory, now widely accepted, proposes that the universe began from a singularity approximately 13.8 billion years ago. This theory wasn't popularized until the 20th century, yet the Quran spoke of a similar concept centuries earlier. Additionally, the Quran does not isolate Earth from the rest of the cosmos. It places them in one category, suggesting a holistic understanding of the universe, in stark contrast to ancient cosmologies that saw Earth as separate and central. And we separated them. The next phase described in the verse, "and we separated them," uses the Arabic word fatakna, meaning to tear apart, split, or cleave. This suggests a dramatic unfolding, a cosmic differentiation, which corresponds astonishingly with the Big Bang and subsequent cosmic inflation. Scientific echo, cosmic inflation and expansion. After the Big Bang, the universe didn't merely expand, it inflated at an exponential rate. This process separated the tightly packed matter and energy into a rapidly expanding cosmos. Galaxies formed, stars ignited, and planets eventually took shape. What's particularly fascinating is that the Quran alludes not just to creation, but to process, from unity to diversity. This is precisely how modern science describes the evolution of the universe. Expanding universe, another Quranic correlation. Surah Ad-Dariyat 5147 states, "And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expander." This further affirms the Quran's alignment with what Edwin Hubble discovered in 1929, that the universe is expanding, and made from water, every living thing. The final part of the verse moves from the macrocosmic to the microcosmic, from stars and galaxies to cells and genes. The Quran tells us that every living thing is made from water, a claim that has been scientifically validated in multiple disciplines. Scientific echo, water as the basis of life. All known forms of life require water. At the cellular level, water is the medium through which biochemical reactions occur. Human beings, for example, are composed of roughly 60% water. In astrobiology, the search for extraterrestrial life is guided primarily by the search for water. NASA's mantra, "Follow the water," is not mere poetry, it's science. Water is essential for metabolic processes, molecular transport, and even for DNA and protein formation. The Quran doesn't say some life forms or many. It says every living thing, indicating a universal biological principle. The verse is a unified scientific statement. When viewed collectively, the three components of this verse, cosmic unity, separation, and the emergence of life from water, form a narrative of existence that aligns not only with scientific models, but also with metaphysical and philosophical inquiries about creation. First, unity, singularity. Second, separation, expansion and differentiation. 3. Life from water. Cellular biology. What's remarkable is the order of these revelations. First the universe, then its expansion, and finally life. A sequence that mirrors the timeline proposed by modern cosmology and biology. Philosophical implications. This verse does not merely present a scientific statement, it challenges the reader's perspective. The question posed at the end, then will they not believe? Logically is both rhetorical and philosophical. It asks us to reflect on the signs in the natural world, not as isolated data points, but as interconnected revelations. The Quran invites not blind faith, but conscious recognition of divine wisdom, manifested in the structure and function of the universe. This challenges the false dichotomy between science and faith. In the Islamic worldview, both reason and revelation are tools to understand the same reality, one through observable patterns, the other through divine words. A verse ahead of its time. Critics often claim that the Quran is a product of its time, reflecting the primitive cosmologies of the 7th century. However, verses like 2130 seem to defy such claims. There is no trace of mythological elements common in other ancient creation stories, no pantheon of gods at war, no personified elements. Instead, there is order, progression, and precision, which mirrors the scientific pursuit of truth. How could a desert-dwelling man, in a world devoid of telescopes or laboratories, articulate ideas that resonate with the most advanced theories of our time? Either it is an extraordinary coincidence, or it is a divine revelation. Final thoughts, revelation and reason in harmony. The Quran doesn't ask us to abandon intellect, it compels us to use it. In Surah Al-Anbiya 21:30, we find a verse that invites not just belief, but inquiry. It is a call to explore, understand, and ultimately to marvel. Whether you're a believer, a skeptic, or simply a curious mind, this verse speaks to the human impulse to seek meaning. It bridges ancient wisdom and modern science, not by diluting either, but by showing that both can coexist. Perhaps the real miracle isn't just in the verse itself, but in its ability to remain relevant and awe-inspiring in every age. If this journey through Surah Al-Anbiya 21:30 stirred something within you, wonder, curiosity, even doubt, don't let it fade. Dive deeper, read more, question more. Share this video with those who love science, those who love scripture, and especially with those who believe the two are irreconcilable. The Quranic message is not limited to rituals. It is an open invitation to reflect. Let this be the start of your journey, not just through verses, but through the vast cosmos they point toward. Subscribe to our channel for more profound explorations where science meets the sacred. And remember, the next time you look up at the night sky, you're not just gazing at stars. You're reading a verse in the grand book of creation. Stay enlightened. Stay curious. Until next time.